Carlo Jr. of Massachusetts was 86 years old. He was a former elementary school teacher and a chess master who also loved pitching horseshoes. Above all, we're told that
I have no audio.
What do you mean? Well, why don't you use your phone? You want to use my iPad?
Wait a sec. We're doing an introduction with a flyover of the golf course.
Put the sound up.
I can't turn it any louder.
Arguably the most storied facility in the country. Names like Trevino, Watson, and Couples have competed on these grounds. Our history is etched throughout the hills of Pine Valley. Tee shots are different here. The reputation of being one of the toughest challenges in golf worldwide remains a constant. Opportunities for great reward and high risk meet you at every shot. This is tradition. This is the National Golf Club of Canada. Live from the Founders Room, welcome to the 2020 Match Play Draw. Here are your hosts, Nick Kenny and Chris Skidmore.
Gentlemen, welcome. Thank you for joining us. We are live from the Founders Room here at the National Golf Club of Canada. We'd like to thank each and every one of you for taking the time out of your fine Monday evening here to spend with us. Myself, Chris Skidmore, Assistant Golf Professional. I'm here with Director of Instruction, Nick Kenny. Things are going to be looking a little different around the club this year, but that doesn't mean we're not allowed to have fun. We know that's what creates half of the atmosphere around our facility. And we want to continue that moving forward, not only in 2020, but the years coming. Before we kick things off here, we got a special announcement from our 1987 Junior Club champion. coaches. Little small technical difficulty, boys. We're gonna have some fun with this today. We're gonna go through the handicap match play draw. Then we're gonna go through the gross, or unveil the gross match play draw. So really important to note is the handicap match play will be played from any team. The new
Gentlemen, thanks for
handicap rules this year, you can play from any team.
Gentlemen, thanks for joining us this evening. The National is near and dear to my heart. Growing up there, I really miss it. I want to say congratulations to Gus Chera, last year's handicap champion, who edged out Vito Cosentino in a playoff. Vito, my old buddy. And now it is time to start the brackets. Have a great event, gentlemen.
It's a pretty cool touch. That's Marty Chuck, former club champion, junior club champion, top 50 coach worldwide. That's right. Tour striker extraordinaire. He's co-inventor of the Playmate, which we have. Really awesome for him to spend some time and send us that video. Really cool. Thank you again to each and every one of you one more time before we get things started. We've taken a turn being creative, and we've actually named our brackets this year to great headstones and figureheads of our past time. We've got the Balding bracket, the Kern bracket, the Brown bracket, and the Hitzroth bracket, as you can see at home. So if you go at any point in time during our Zoom call, either on the National Golf Club of Canada screen, you can see Nick and myself talking, or if you head over to Mike Fudge's screen in the gallery view there in the corner, you can see the live bracket being put into place. Nick, you got anything to add before we kick things off here, or what?
Well, I think this is pretty cool. I mean, we weren't able to have a qualifying this year, so we got a record number, I think 126 entries. So you'll see all the brackets on the sides. It's going to be playing to the top 64 guys. So really, really cool. I think just to note that, in the handicap bracket, with the new worldwide handicap system, we're going to get kind of guys playing from any tee, Yeah, I mean, I can play you play blues from a 2, and if I'm getting 8 from the gold, I might want to play from there. So, absolutely. So a little bit different this year. Very important as well to get your matches in by the deadline. We really ask you guys to be vigilant with that. And we kind of set some times aside as well, so there shouldn't be any problem getting those done. We're going to do our best to help facilitate in any way possible. Contact information can be found in your members' handbooks. At worst case scenario, of course, you love talking to us as much as we love talking to you. Give us a shout at the Pro Shop. We'll hook you up with the contact info for your appointment. Awesome. We ready to rip through yet? I think we're ready to go. So as we're going to start things off here, we're going to go directly down. If you're looking on Mike Fudge's screen, we're going to be going vertically down the Balding bracket. And from there, we'll take a move over to the Kern bracket. We're going to unveil the gross match play, because that's all done through predetermined handicap, low to high. And then we're going to continue with the second half of our net match play bracket. I think really important to know that the handicaps for the first round were frozen yesterday, June 21st, and must be played by June 30th. So guys, if you know you're playing or you need a number, let us know. We'll put you in contact with the guys or give you the contact information. Really important to get those done as soon as possible. You want to fire away first? You're honored, buddy. All right. So we've got, as you can see at the very top, Gus Chera, our champion. We've got Vito Cosentino, the runner-up. So as we pull down from the Balding bracket, these first two gentlemen will play for the opportunity to face Gus Chera in the first round. Slay the dragon. Nerio D'Ambrosi will play Paul Rausch. Wow, tough match, Nerio. I got faith in you, though. That's a good one right off the hop. All right, let's keep her going. Nick Marinelli will play Glenn Bordelus. Oh, he's deadly in these. We've got the 4-time senior club champion,
the two-time Super Senior Club champion, Mr. Albert Pissarro. That match might be over by 2. How many times he sneaks out of that backyard to practice?
That's right. Don't expect to win number 2. What do we got playing him? Vince Cordiano.
Wow.
Oh, the wild lefty, but I got faith in you, Vince.
That one's going to be pay-per-view. Our 3-time Junior Club champion, Claudio Duva, is into the draw.
My horse. Although he's playing the little assassin, John LaFazzo. Wow. Yeah.
You must be torn. You've got a couple ponies in this.
I do. I have. I'm not betting on anyone. I think Fudgy's got the lines coming out later.
John Osborne.
Ooh, he's a horse too, but he's this is also another one of mine. Chris Gabriel.
Chris Gabriel from Chris Gabriel of Life, as he likes to call it. Wow, I keep pulling out the big ones here. 2002 gross match play champion, 2-time handicap club champion, and 2-time handicap match play champion, Mr. Don Positano.
Well, he's going to be playing the 2016 Super Senior Club champion, Ray Lecce.
I feel like this is like NCAA, like 1 seeds going at each other.
I know.
Dale Clayton.
Wish we could rig it. Oh, playing another one of my horses, Claudio Pedizano.
El Tigre, hot off the ace early this year, Mr. Ralph Nardi.
He's a dangerous one. I don't know. I wouldn't play him. I'd walk right away. Playing John Zopus.
Jazz.
That'd be a good match. A couple of lefties, no? Zopus a lefty? I think he is.
Luca Janach.
Oh, we got intermediate turn member. Love that.
Yeah.
Oh,
New storyline.
Playing the hardest working man in the winter, Phil Spadafora.
Mr. Mark Lynette.
Another good lefty, playing Cam Mullaney.
Jack D'Ambrosio.
Another good one, playing the ex-NHLer, Steve Stales.
Good thing about that match is there's no corners.
No. I don't know, Jack's pretty tough.
Elbows high, Jack. Alex Ostis.
Ooh, playing the gentleman, Dr. Ken Santher.
Bruno Serrani.
Bruno Serrani playing another one of my horses, 2010 handicap match play champion, Paul Policato.
New member Matthew Devona.
Devona playing Joe Cordiano. Like this is good. You can tell it's not rigged.
Phil Chown.
Playing Cheech, Anthony DeMasi.
So gents, if you want to take a peek, that's our first side of the Balding bracket, our play-in round prior to the round of 64. There's some great matchups there, Nikki. Any pop out to you?
Well, you'll be meeting Gus Chera in the semifinals. So, I mean, play hard. A lot of good matches. With handicap, you know what? Anything can happen.
I think, the Don Positano, Ray Lecce, that could go anyway.
That's good. What was there? Serrani was playing. That was a good one.
Yeah, the 32 is the big one. Yeah, Claudio Duva, John LaFazzo.
Duva LaFazzo, Pissarro Cordiano would be good. I think there's some good matchups there.
Let's remind our gentlemen at home, again, that's going to be June 30th as our deadline for that play-in round. June 30th. Let's pop things over to the Kern side now. We're going to work our way down. The first name we're going to be pulling here on the Kern side will play in a match for the right to play our runner-up last year, Mr. Vito Cosentino.
Another tough one to beat. Vito, your handicap will be frozen July or June 30th.
It was frozen last year. Mr. Arnold Fierro.
Nice. Playing Mike Fontaine, gritty competitor. Oh yeah, I like this one.
Just give me a second here for Brock to load, and then
Yeah, gotta make sure we get it right.
just as it's the first time for all of you at home to watch and see the match play out, it's the first time for us as well. So again, thank you for your patience. Thank you for a great start to the season. We haven't even got to how great the membership's been during all this, so thank you.
Yeah.
Go ahead, we had started. Mr. Fierro was playing
Mr.
Mike
Fierro,
Fontaine.
yeah, it's playing Mike Fontaine.
Gary Kalk.
Gary Kalk, South African, just started working with him, but I also just started working with Marco Belisario.
Oh wow.
So I'm torn, guys. I can't even make a bracket.
Were we able to book you for this tonight, or is that coming out of my budget to get you
No,
on?
I'm charging someone.
Okay.
I'll probably charge Ray Lecce or somebody.
Whoever wins, if you're a student of Nick Kenny and you win the match play, you have to help me offset the cost of what it took to get this mug on TV here tonight. Mr. Mark Macri.
The only way to win every race is to own every horse. Steve Ferrante.
Alex Pizzamente.
Ooh, playing a good lefty. Dan Warboys. Hopefully your new pings come in by then, eh, Dano?
Mr. Warboys, if the match play doesn't work out, you can take the time to teach every single one of the members proper scorecard filling out your nice calligraphy, how neat and crisp that is. We appreciate it on our end of things every time we do a scorecard. So
Yeah.
easy to read, no chicken scratch. Dan Warboys for all those who need some calligraphy help.
Yeah, we should frame that one.
Ned Santa Rosa.
Another good one, playing Tony Gargaro.
Ooh. Drop one.
Yeah, don't lose that.
Can't lose that one. Mr. James Shaka.
James Shaka playing Ralph Mazza. You can sub in Samuel, Ralph, if you need him.
Vito DeFranco.
Oh, another good lefty playing Carlo Maudi.
That was the first thing that blew my mind last year when I came here, is the amount of lefties.
I
I
know.
went down into the bedroom and I looked and I was like, what is going on here? Holy
Have you ever
smokes.
tried cleaning a left-handed club?
Mr. Lord Marcio.
Oh my gosh, playing Joe Pirello. Hey, you're not gonna be strong-arming this guy, big man.
Barry Garnett.
Nice. The killer putter playing Nat Petrangelo.
Claudio Vanelli.
Dominic Marciano. Yeah, he's a good one under pressure.
If the steak tasted great, thank Mr. Ryan Cook.
Oh man, I don't know, he was the best, I think the biggest handicap drop last year.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I know. You might want to get it up a little. We got Andrew Gucciardi.
Some strokes in that much. Gabe Bianchi.
Oh man, this guy didn't stop canceling lessons and building too many kitchens. Sandy Figliomeni, we can get him sorted out.
Tom Mascatelli.
And Tony Sergatis. What do we got? We got 2 matches left in this bracket. Yep.
Corey Budovich.
Mr. Pusateri, Frank Lucetta. That'll be a good match.
Not too bad.
No?
And our final match in the opening round of play in the current bracket. Peter Marciano.
Peter, this will be a good one too. Last year's chairman and 2013 handicap match play champion, Mr. Paul Pellegrini.
Double P.
Oh man, a good one to start with.
Who do you like coming out of the curtain? I'm looking at these names already.
Oh man, I don't know. If Lauren stays at about 11 or 12, that's a tough one.
Take a peek there. Like I know we're looking a long way down the road, but as I'm looking at this bracket, we've got a great chance to see those Marcianos meet each other if they keep playing through. Like
The Marciano brothers.
that could be dangerous. That could talk about tearing the family apart.
Your cousins.
In all honesty, there could be a winner in either the Balding or the Curtin. That's just half the field
I
right
know,
now.
that's just half the field. Unbelievable. But those guys are taking on our winners and runner-ups, so they're going to have a tough road to the final.
Just prior, again, a deadline reminder, we've got June 30th. Again, same as the other side, everybody playing in this opening round of play-ins. We have a June 30th deadline. We're happy to help, happy to facilitate. Best of our ability, see what we can do.
Handicap was frozen yesterday.
Yes.
Keep in
Okay,
mind,
yeah.
so don't be pumping in or missing putts in the next couple of days. It will not matter. So please get that done by June 30th, fellas, so we can keep the ball rolling.
I love it. I think just prior to us heading over to the unveiling of the rest of our bracket, we've got one short special congrats dating back to last year.
Hey everyone up at the Nash. I heard there was a big tournament happening. Congrats to Darren McNair, who was the low gross winner, and Mike Fiorini, who was the runner-up.
Technical difficulty? Let's try this again.
Hey everyone up at the Nash. I heard there was a big tournament happening. Congrats to Darren McNair, who was the low gross winner, and Mike Fiorini, who was the runner-up.
That's pretty cool right there.
Very cool.
2003 Masters champion and honorary member here at the National Golf Club of Canada, Mr. Mike Weir, sending a congrats to Darren McNair and runner-up Mike Fiorini. So a big thank you to Mr. Mike Weir for taking the time out of his training actually down in Arizona. He's getting ready for the senior tour now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's great that he's still,
turned 50,
that's
yeah.
right, yeah, the big 5-0. So it's awesome to see that we do have, a lot of the rest of the world still thinking about us up north. We're a very special place. And
Well, and it says a lot about our golf club, to get a guy like Marty Chuck, who's super busy, very successful, and of course Mike Weir, Masters champ, and to take out time of their day and send us stuff. So the National has an amazing reputation and of an amazing golf course, amazing membership. So we want to make sure we keep that going.
perfect. We're looking now as we head back from Mr. Mike Weir.
Should I get like?
Yeah, well, we're gonna unveil the gross. So here is our gross as we look at it now. You can see we've got, gents, everything's in place. We've got 4 play-in matches. 5 total, yep, 5 total. So we've got Mr. Richmond, Steve Richmond, and George Mesrop playing in against each other with the opportunity to face our champion, Mr. Darren McNair. We've got Matthew Devona and Tony Roca with the opportunity to play number 4 seed Mark Feldman. Still on the bar bracket, Paul Policaro and Deepak Ruparo with the chance to play Dan Warboys. We head over to the Hennick bracket. Michael DeGasperis, Vito Palmieri with the chance to play last year's runner-up, Mike Fiorini.
Vito, you got some work to do.
Work is cut out, my man. Jason Gabriel, co-captain, facing Don Positano with the chance to take down Mike Camilleri, which, as Nikki knows, is no easy feat.
No, he's one of 2 people that can take me straight up, and I don't even want to mention the other one. And it's growing, actually. We have a deep field.
It's the field does seem to be getting stronger.
Yeah.
And hey, with the golf course being the only opportunity that's open, it's great to see so many faces out. We love the aspect of us being almost an escape from the world of what's going on during these tough times in this pandemic. So we're happy as our membership or as a staff and as a team to offer that to you. As you can see, a fun fact that we've done for our founding brackets here is each one of these brackets is named after each one of the individuals that founded the National Golf Club of Canada, and what the founders room that Nick and I are sitting in is dictated after and what is named after. So really cool touch there.
Yeah, very cool. I mean, you know, it was 74, 75 when this became, you know, the private National Golf Club of Canada. So the history here is pretty wild, and it goes back deep. So, you know, we have a lot of new members in the last 10, 15 years that we got to make sure they know where, you know, what was sacrificed and how this club became, you know, the club we are now. So really, really nice.
Just a reminder quickly again, gents, before we head to the rest of our net match play draw, these indexes, these seeds were determined from low to high handicap. So outside of the 1 and the 2 seed, which was our gross match play final last year, 3 all the way through to our play-in rounds were dictated off of our current handicap indexes.
Yeah, again, they were frozen yesterday, June 21st, just in case anyone's concerned about it. But I mean, so what are we talking about? Who's taking down McNair?
Oof, who is going to take down McNair? That's got to be, I mean, anyone could do it. Believe it or not, you call me crazy, I love a Tony Roca who's in a play-in round, and I'll tell you why. We did the horse race last year, and he was in my designated group. There's some shots inside 100 yards, which the horse race was, that's what you do it
Catered to him, yeah.
Insane, just crazy. The fact that that's just, there's shots that you don't expect him to be pulling off, but I like it. I gotta go with him.
Well, he's gonna have to go through Mark Feldman, who just picked up the game a couple of years ago, but man, he works harder and is here more than anyone else. So he's gonna be a tough one to go through.
Just loves golf too. Like he is hooked. You can tell, hook, line, sinker.
A lot of these guys, more than Corey Budovich.
We love to see that. Let's take a peek down here in the Caleb bracket. Like, you got Falone and Luca playing each other. They just joined as full members, so what better way to, you know, some bragging rights. They're both looking at some new tailor-made technology this year. You can see they're trying to one-up each other on the range and whatnot. I think that's got to be a great match. There's going to be some smack talk between those two for sure.
Oh, one of them will be the better new member. You know, he's getting shots the rest of the way through. My craziness is Jamie Levitt, former champion, multiple stroke play champion, senior champion, is a 10.
Is that the 10?
It's a 10 seed. That's how deep our field is.
That's a double digit beside Jamie Levitt.
And he's playing one of my horses, so that'll be a tough one. That'll be a tough one to call.
Hey, match play. You know what they say, anything can happen, right?
No question. It's such a different game than stroke play.
What do you think, Nikki? You think we're ready to tackle the rest of the net field?
Let's do it. We've waited long enough. Let's do it. That was a cool message from Weir.
That was neat. That was neat.
That was awesome.
We're gonna start over here with the Hitzroth bracket. You want to pull first? You want?
Yeah, let's switch it up.
Why not? Right?
I'm gonna go first. Okay, moving right along. Frank Feeney is playing
Patrick Ciccolini.
Next up on the list.
Give me 1 second here.
Sorry, we'll just let our administrator write all these down so we don't forget. We don't want to mix anything up. Keep it legit around here. Okay, we got the 2012 Handicap Club Champion and another one of my boys, Dominic Ballescura. I think for like an 18, 19, he's a tough one.
That's dangerous.
Yep, it's every fairway.
Speaking of dangerous, Mr. Al Brandstatter.
Oh man, I like that. Playing, or we got next bracket. I'm used to going second.
Yeah.
Steve Eisner.
Steve Eisner, John Turco.
All right, that'll be a good one. Battle of the good boys. Ooh, I have this one's a tough one. Tough competitor, Michael DeGasperis. Guy loves to win. Who's gonna try and take him down?
Renato here.
Oh, Pizzino. That'll be a good one. Next one on, John Terminese. Johnny, I don't know whether I'm right or left Terminese.
Don't know which shade of green I'm wearing today or if my socks are on the right foot, but he's the best dressed man, the brightest man. You can't miss him. He's dangerous. Mark Feldman, you're just saying how big into the golf he is. So.
He is. I don't know if the handicap is his beef, but you know what? He just loves the competition. Next one up, Danny Mowdy.
Mr. Mowdy is going to be facing Franco DeMarco.
Oh, another beauty. Oh, another one of my guys. Just got a mild out this draw. Rick DiVincenzo. A little higher, a little straighter, Rick. You got it one.
Mr. DiVincenzo taking on Mark Gracci.
Well, if he loses, he'd probably give you a free meal or something, right?
Figure something out.
Yeah, they'll
You'd
discount
think, you know.
granddaughter's wedding. Oh, Manos Pavlakis.
I mean, he's been working with the green machine, so you never know what kind of magic he might be pulling
No, I
off.
don't know. I'd be scared of him.
Against Michael D'Amico.
Next one up, Marcello Del Grosso. See, there might be some bucks on the line if it's
Tony D'Angelo.
I don't think so. That'd be a good one though. Next up, Steve Massel.
Twilight Steve gets his golf in during golden hour. I like where his head's at. Best time of the day.
That's gonna be teeing up at 5:30.
Again, it's Rudy Baughman.
Rudy Baughman. He's a fun one to watch. Broke 80 last year. Ron Medoff.
Ronnie.
Too bad he wasn't playing Vito right away.
Oh,
You can meet him in the semis, Ron.
James Andrade.
Nice. Hopefully his new sticks come in. Kills it. Oh, I thought they were playing. Bud Morris. I think is it worth mentioning? The Winter League champion.
Winter League champion.
You know, and he actually translated, didn't it?
The first ever inaugural BKLC Winter League champion, Bud Morris.
That's right. Pays off to work in the winter.
Danny Sturpe.
Nice. Next match, Frank Magarelli.
Just a ball of fire.
Ooh, he's another one that can play.
Taking on Tony Rizzuto.
What a beauty. He's another best dressed guy, best shoes.
Yes.
Next up, Peter Politis.
Sneaky Pete has Rocco Opadasano.
Oh, that'll be a tough match, Pete.
Fun fact, Phil McNally, one of our assistant golf pros, said that Rocco Opadasano was his favorite name to pronounce.
Oh, yeah?
Just if anyone wants some food for thought at home.
You want to announce him on the tee, didn't you?
Probably.
Next matchup, George Mesrop.
Ooh, George Mesrop taking on Valentino Pisani.
Another young new member. Good lefty who rips it. Next one up, Mr. Phil Chiappetta.
And to close out the Hits Rock bracket against Mr. Chiappetta, Marco Di Battista.
Nice. It's just so hard to predict.
It is, but in so many, as years different, you look back at the past, the stats that we keep here around the club. It's setting up similar to like on any other year, you maybe would have thought that we had actually played a tournament to see the way that the standings are set up here, or sort of the bracket set up. But it's a year, it's a different year, and it can happen. I mean, I love the Bud Morris, Danny Sturpe. Like
Yeah.
that's two guys with something to prove.
Two guys with some power.
Yeah, no kidding.
Whoever hits it straight or wins.
Yeah, absolutely. Manos, like I said, Manos has been working with Brian Green, so yeah, if he pulls something out against Mr. D'Amico, for sure, that can go a long way. But
We know Greener's pick.
exactly. What's awesome too is Terminese and Feldman. The fact that they're facing off. Those are two individuals that love the tech side of golf just as much as the actual holes themselves. So, you know, you got to think they're going to be coming to us. They're going to be looking for any advantage they can prior to whether it's practicing, whether it's actually putting a tee in the ground. They're going to be looking for an edge.
Yeah, that'll be an interesting one mentally. You know,
Absolutely.
physically they could both hit the ball.
Yeah.
Mentally it'll be who can last.
Absolutely. Yeah. Think we're ready to wrap it up?
I think so. Heading to the Adam Brown bracket.
The Brownie bracket.
Nice. The man, the legend. How good is he on the first tee?
Oh man, like what a change.
I don't even know what to say.
I've had a few front gate shifts during our COVID regulations and whatnot. It's awesome. I'm thinking I've got my phone turned on or something like that, and next thing I know, it's just AB in somebody's ear prior to them teeing off. So
he loves it. He can say anything he wanted to say for the last 20 years.
it's true. It's absolutely true.
Really good. Love the guy. Okay, I'll lead it off.
You'll lead it off.
All right, Mr. Michael Carrozza.
Taking on Enzo DeLuca.
Oh, good lefty. I like him for gross. Next one up, Mr. Joey Calderon.
Taking on Sandro Durakis.
Oh, another one of my guys. If I pick him and he wins, I think he's going to give me a Porsche. Francesco Policano.
So that means I get your card.
Oh, sure.
I got to do something.
There's 2 seats, isn't there?
Perfect. I want the credit card. We get the Porsche. That's what I'm saying. He's taking on Franco Kandari.
Beauty gentlemen, those 2 guys. Next one up, Mr. Robert Zeppieri. I think he put Laird's kids through college, eh?
He might have. Look at this matchup, though.
Oh, you can get it done during a Tuesday night.
Against Robert Bartolacci.
Yeah, there shouldn't be a problem getting that one in, boys. We shouldn't have to hear from you guys. Remember, the got to be played by June 30th.
June 30th. I can't believe that. Look at that. Zeppieri and Bartolacci. No way they pull each other. Like that's wild.
I might have to be the ref for that one. Maurizio Greco.
Dominic Meffett.
Maurizio, you're in tough. Oh, the good lefty, Paul Michelli.
Oh.
Another one? Oh, John DeSanto.
John DeSanto against Paul Michelli.
Wow. That'd be a good one, too.
That would be a good one.
Fiery lefties.
Oh, yeah.
It's an entertaining bracket.
It is. That might be the one that everyone wants to tune into.
Oh,
TSN4 during the pandemic.
That's right. Oh, we got the production. Mr. Vito Palmieri. He might have the best shoes going, right?
He's got the best hair.
I got to teach him how to hit a driver, though.
Or a wedge. He was coming to me for the wedge.
Was he?
Yeah.
You got to break down that pink
Vito,
driver.
make up your mind, Vito.
Yeah.
Like, land the plane. Ottavio Tassone.
Oh, he's a tough one. Tough guy. Playing Dominic Patero. Remember last year? Great guy.
Absolutely. Oh, sorry. That was, yep. That was Tassone.
Oh,
Yeah, there you go. Sorry. Tassone
Yeah,
taking on
this
Dom.
one will win.
So Mr. Michael Ricci taking on Dom Patero.
Let's see. We got the 2017 handicap match play champion, Tony Roca. This was your horse in the gross, wasn't
He
it?
was my horse in the gross. I've seen him take Parker and Greener to the dry cleaners in the gym. So this guy knows when stuff's on the line, he
Might
comes
take a
through.
Parker on the course.
You never know. Barry Senna.
Beauty guy. Next matchup, the 2001 handicap club champion, Mr. Deepak Ruparel.
Taking on Mr. Pino Imbrogno.
Winding down. The papers are going. Next one up, Mr. Romeo Grassi.
Steve Richmond, Mr. PXG.
Next one up, Mr. Jay Gabriel, club captain.
And Mr. Gabriel is going to be taking
Oh
on
my gosh, no way.
2016 and 2018 handicap club champion and co-chairman Sandro Pugliese.
This one might be too much.
Look at this bracket.
I know.
That's just, whew.
Wow. That one could be done on a Wednesday game too. Next one up, Mr. Harley Zaretsky, Mr. California.
Oh, Gino Verone.
Beauty guy. Thanks for those Bocetta sandwiches.
Oh, I'm still bloated. I'm still bloated, but it's so good.
Take them anytime.
Who you got?
Next
Who you
one
got?
up,
Who you got?
Mr. Luca Bernick.
Ooh, LV.
Yeah. Another winter trainer, good player.
Taking on Peter Salerno.
Oh, he's a good lefty. That'll be a tough one, Luca. You got it. Mr. Bruno Vatese. Who's the dog taking on?
Jeff Weschler. One name short.
Okay, so our final match, looks like we might have a late entry because whoever that is going to take out on Mr. Gali Tiberini. Oh, we getting it in? Is it coming
There it
through?
is.
Hold on.
There it is.
Hold on.
What do you got?
Mr. Delisi. Ooh, Tony Delisi. Good competitor. Good competitor. Taking on Gali Tiberini in the bottom of the brown bracket. That was quite the bracket, I must say.
I mean, there's drama all across the board if you think about it,
I mean, 128 guys.
which is great. We're so proud to be members of a staff at a facility like this with such commitment to, you know, keeping true to tradition, keeping true to golf as a priority here, even during like we said, crazy times. But seeing all these names like we have here, I mean, it's. Do you want to try to come up with a final four? Or?
Not in this.
No.
Handicap one? Oh my gosh.
You work too hard.
That
That's
would
too
be
much
tough.
work for you.
That would be tough.
That's.
I think I'd hurt too many feelings, you know?
You think so?
I gotta be Switzerland here.
We also just want to pop on. I'll take 2 seconds here. Just want to see exactly.
While he's looking for that, I want to remind you guys that you guys can play from any tee in the handicap bracket. So if someone wants to play from blues, it'll be whatever their handicap is from blues. If the other guy wants to play from blacks, it's whatever it is from blacks. Really, really important. That's a new change because of the World Handicap System that we can now do, which is kind of cool. Now we won't have any coin flips or arguments about what tee to play. I think this is the fair way to do it, and I think it'll result in some really good matches.
Absolutely. And again, since we've reminded on each one of the brackets, that first play-in round, June 30th is the deadline. Please contact one another, reach out. I know in years past, it's always been a higher seeding, a lower seeding, but at the end of the day, there's no way that we can't justify either way. And what's now? I've got breaking news now. I've got Mr. Basil Policaro is now our first ultimate. So stay tuned if those wait lists were.
I think it's other way around. What I heard, I think Basil Policaro is going to take on Gali Tiberini and Mr. Delisi will be our first alternate.
Your news is faster than mine.
You know,
I
friends in high places.
What can I say? Hey, tenure. I just have Basil as a first alternate. He's got the breaking news that he's in the dang thing. So who am I to say, right?
Well, I hope it all works out. Hopefully you guys compete fairly and love the game, and we appreciate everything you guys have been doing thus far. As with this crazy world going on, you guys have been great, and I think everything's been running awesome.
Gentlemen, just a reminder before we sign off, there will be better produced and kind of a formulated option in tomorrow's eBlast that you'll be able to see both full brackets and not worry about any scrolling or anything like that, because I know it is tough with the screen sharing. Just keep in mind as well that not only will both brackets be posted, we will be doing our best as the eBlasts continue to go forward to provide each and every single one of you with results and updates, because we know for the time being, we're hoping not forever, obviously, or for the rest of the season, but you do miss that camaraderie inside the Fazio, being able to find out who took down who and who's taken on somebody else in the next matchup. So from there on forward, stay tuned, keep staying safe, and thank you so much for tuning in with us tonight.
Play hard.